Welcome, my dear students, in a new episode. This is Fishes, the first vertebrates. Today we will talk about fishes. These are the first vertebrates on Earth. So let's start. The skeletons of humans and fish have many bones that are similar to dinosaur bones. Yes, the dinosaur bones are just bigger. For example, all these skeletons have a backbone. Animals that have a backbone, they are called vertebrates. What are chordates? Then we will study more about chordates. Chordates, vertebrates belong to phylum named Chordata. The members of phylum Chordata, they are called chordates. Vertebrates make up the largest group of chordates. So chordates include vertebrates and other organisms. Let's see about it. But there are two other groups of chordates, which are lancelets and tunicates. Tunicates. These chordates are much simpler than vertebrates. They do not have a backbone or a well-developed head. Look at these pictures. These are the tunicates and lancelets. Lancelets are the ones that look like fish, but tunicates that look much like coral reef or sponges. Okay, chordates. The three groups of chordates share certain characteristics. That this is why they are grouped in one phylum, which is Chordata. All chordates have each of four particular body parts at some point of their life. These parts are shown in the lancelet in the next slide. Look at it. This is a lancelet. It have four body parts. Number one, tail. Chordates have a tail that begins behind the anus. Some chordates have a tail only in the embryo stage, like the human embryo. The second one is the notochord. Can you see this blue line extending through all over the body? A stiff but flexible rod called notochord. Notochord gives the body support. In most vertebrates, the embryo's notochord is replaced by a backbone. The third one is a hollow nerve cord. This is the yellow line extending throughout the whole body. The hollow nerve cord runs along the back and is full of fluid. In vertebrates, this nerve cord is called the spinal cord. So in vertebrates, the hollow nerve cord is called the spinal cord, and the notochord is called or replaced by a backbone. The last one is pharyngeal pouches. Pharyngeal pouches, all chordate embryos have pharyngeal pouches. That these pouches develop into gills or other body parts as the embryo matures. Then we will move to the vertebrate characteristics. Fishes, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals, or these are vertebrates. Many things set vertebrates apart from lancelets and tunicates. What are they? One major difference is that only vertebrates have a backbone. One major difference is that vertebrates only have a backbone. Okay, the backbone is a strong but flexible column of bones that are called vertebrae. So the backbone is a strong but flexible column of bones. They are called vertebrae. Can you see this is the backbone? It consists of many bones that are arranged together, which are the vertebrae. Vertebrae surround and protect the spinal cord. Vertebrae also help support the rest of the body. Another difference between vertebrates and other chordates is the head. Yes, only vertebrates have a well-developed head protected by a skull. This skull is made of either cartilage or bone. What is cartilage? Cartilage is the tough material that make the flexible parts of your ears and nose. This is cartilage. The skeletons of all vertebrate embryo are made of cartilage, but as most vertebrates grow, the cartilage is replaced by bones. Bone is much harder than cartilage. Yes, because bone is so hard it can be easily fossilized, the fossil formation. Scientists have discovered many fossils of vertebrates. These fossils give scientists clues or valuable clues about how organisms are related to each other. For example, fossil evidence indicates that fish appeared more than 500 million years ago. It indicates that the fish were the first vertebrates on Earth. Then let's talk about the body temperature of all vertebrates. All vertebrates need to live at the proper temperature, and animals' cells work properly only at certain temperatures. Yes, this is for sure. If an animal's body temperature is too high or too low, its body cannot function well. Some animals heat their own bodies, others depend on the environment to control their temperature. So let's talk about staying warm. The body temperature of birds and mammals does not change much as the temperature of the environment changes. So, do we mean that the mammals and birds use energy released by the chemical reactions in their cells to warm their bodies? In this case, animals that have a stable body temperature, they are called endotherms. Endotherms. Endo means inside. Therm, it's from thermal, heat. Endotherms are sometimes called warm-blooded animals. Endotherms can stay warm in cold weather because of their stable temperature. What about the cold blood? Some animals depend on their surroundings to stay warm. Their body temperature changes as the temperature of the environment changes. Animals that do not control the body temperature through the activity in their cells, they are called ectotherms, and ecto means outside. Ectotherms are sometimes called cold-blooded animals. Nearly all amphibians, reptiles are ectotherms, even most fishes are also ectotherms. Then let's move to fish characteristics. Fishes come in many shapes, sizes, and colors as you can see in this picture. There are more than 25,000 species of fish and may look different from each other, but they share several characteristics. Some characteristics allow fish to live in the water. Others, such as strong body and brain, help fishes find their food. Actually, the fishes are born to swim. Fishes have many body parts that help them swim. Strong muscles attached to the backbone allow many fishes to swim quickly after their prey. Also, to steer, stop, and balance in the water, the fishes use fins like these ones. These are all fins, which are fan-shaped structures that help fishes to move. Also, fishes have many body parts, or the bodies of fish are covered by bony structures called scales. These are called scales. Scales protect the body and lower friction as fish swim through the water. Fishes also have a brain that keeps track of information coming from the senses. All fishes have a senses of vision, hearing, and smell, but there is one important part is the lateral line system. A lateral line is a narrow row or rows of tiny sense organs that detect water vibrations such as those caused by another fish swimming by. These organs are found along each side of the body and usually extend onto the head. Fishes also use gills to breathe. These are the gills, the reddish brown structures. These are the gills. A gill is an organ that removes oxygen from the water. Oxygen in the water passes through the thin membrane of the gills to the blood. The blood then carries oxygen through the body. And then the gills are also used to remove carbon dioxide from the blood. What about making more fish? We will talk about reproduction. Most fishes reproduce by external fertilization. The female lays unfertilized eggs in the water and the male drops sperm on them. This is external fertilization. But some fishes or some species of fish use internal fertilization. In this case, the male deposits the sperm inside the female. Usually, the female then lays fertilized eggs that have an embryo inside, but in some species, the embryos develop inside the female. Then let's move to the kinds of fish. There are five very different classes of fishes. Two classes are now extinct, but scientists have been able to study the fossils of the extinct fish. The three classes of fish living today, they are jawless fish, cartilaginous fish, and bony fish. Let's start by the jawless fish. From its name, jaw means jaw and less means without. So these fishes are without jaws. The first fishes did not have jaws. You might think that having no jaws would make eating difficult, but and would lead to extinction, but the jawless fish have thrived a half billion years. Two kinds of modern jawless fish are hagfish and lampreys, and we will take each one of them. Jawless fish are eel-like, so they are like snakes or eel-like. Jawless fish have a smooth, slimy skin and a round jawless mouth. Their skeleton is made of cartilage and they have a notochord but no backbone. The skeleton is made of cartilage and they have notochord but no backbone. Jawless fish have a skull, a brain, and eyes. Look at this. This is a hagfish. It looks like a snake or a huge worm. This is hagfish. What about the hagfish? Jawless fish do not need jaws to eat. The hagfish eat dead fishes on the ocean floor. For this reason, hagfish are sometimes called the vultures of the sea. What about the lampreys? As you can see, look at its mouth. It is equipped with teeth in order to pierce into the prey and suck its blood. Yes, lampreys suck other animals' blood and flesh. Lampreys have a suction cup-like mouth that has teeth. Lampreys do not need jaws because they do not bite or chew. Lampreys actually can live in salt water or fresh water, but they must reproduce in fresh water. The hagfish can tie their flexible bodies into knots. Hagfish slide the knot from their tail end to their head to remove slime from their skin or to escape from predators. This is magnificent. What about the cartilaginous fish? Sharks belong to a class of fishes called cartilaginous fishes. In most vertebrates, soft cartilage in the embryo is slowly replaced by bones. Yes, we already studied this. But in sharks, skates, and rays, the skeletons never changes to bones. So they are called the cartilaginous fish. So they have skeletons made of cartilage all their lifetime. These are the sharks. This is the great white and this is the hammerhead shark. These are the skates and here are the rays. Okay, I need you to know the difference between the skates and rays. Okay, so this is the difference. The skate is much smaller than the ray. The ray in the tail have a spike or spine, but skates do not have it. Okay, cartilaginous fishes have fully functional jaws. They are strong swimmers and expert predators. Many cartilaginous fishes have excellent senses of sight and smell, and they have a lateral line system. To stay afloat, cartilaginous fishes store a lot of oil in their liver. The oil helps the fishes be more buoyant, to float more or control their buoyancy. Because the oil is less dense than the water. We already know this. If you put some oil on a glass of water, the oil will float to the surface. This is the same. But even with oily livers, these fishes are denser than the water. They have to keep moving to stay afloat. When they stop swimming, they slowly sink. Actually, they sink. Okay, some cartilaginous fishes also swim to keep the water moving over their gills. If these fishes stop swimming, they will suffocate. Can you imagine this? Other cartilaginous fishes do not have to swim. They can lie on the ocean floor and pump water across their gills, like the skates. Yes, thank you. Okay, what about bony fishes? Goldfish, tuna, trout, catfish, and cod, all of these are bony fishes. Bony fishes is the largest class. 95% of all fishes are bony fish. Bony fishes range in size from about 1 centimeter to 8.6 meters long. Bony fish are very different from any other fish. They have a skeleton made of bone. Their bodies are covered by bony scales. Unlike other fishes, they have or they can rest in one place without swimming. How bony fishes have a swim bladder that keeps them from sinking. This is a new feature. If you can see, this is the swim bladder. This is like a balloon filled with air. The swim bladder is a balloon-like organ that is filled with oxygen and other gases. These gases are lighter than water, So they help the fish to be more buoyant, to float in the water. This blue one, this is the swim bladder or the air bladder, or it is sometimes called air sac. The swim bladder is sometimes called a gas bladder. There are two main groups of bony fishes. Almost all bony fishes are ray-finned fishes. So we will talk about the types of fins. Ray-finned fishes have paired fins supported by thin rays of bones. This is why it is named ray-finned fish. Ray-finned fishes include many familiar fishes such as eels, herrings, trout, minnow, and perch. Look, this is the ray fin fish. So the fins are supported by rays of bones. What about the others? These are bony fishes. Lobe-finned fish make up the second group of bony fishes. We have the ray-finned fish and the lobe-finned fish. Lobe-finned fish, like the one in the picture, make up the second group of bony fishes. The lobe-finned fish have fins that are muscular and thick. Can you see the fins are muscular and thick? There are seven living species of lobe-finned fishes. Six of these species are lungfish. The lungfishes have air sacs. Do you remember? These lungfish from its name, so they breathe by, they act as lung. They have sacs that act as lung. The lungfishes have air sacs because air sacs can gulp air. They are like lungs. This is why they are named lungfishes. Scientists think that ancient fishes from this group were the ancestors of amphibians. This is so interesting. This is a lungfishes live in shallow waters and that often dry up in summer. And this is the masked butterfly fish live in warm waters around the coral reefs. Look at this one, pikes. Pikes are the fastest predators that move in quickly bursts of speed to catch fish and invertebrates. I hope you enjoyed this episode. See you in the next one. Stay safe and study hard. Thank you and goodbye.